Good afternoon. My name is Chindah Nyelema, and today we are going to be exploring behavioral genetics. First of all, what is behavioral genetics? Behavioral genetics is a field of study that explores how our DNA and our genes with our surroundings work together to influence our behavior. In this field, instead of asking nature versus nurture, researchers in this field look at how much variation in a trait is due to genetics differences versus environmental influences. Behavioral genetics tries to answer questions like why do some students learn faster than another, and also it tries to ask questions like why do siblings raised in the same home act differently.
Okay, in line with what my colleague just said about behavioral genetics, I will be taking on family, adoption, and twin studies. Family studies. Parents, children, and siblings show similarities in behavior and psychological traits due to the genes passed down from their children. In line with this, we'll be looking at genetic transmission theory, which states that genes are passed down from parents to children, and these genes control their behavior and their psychological traits. Moving on, we'll be moving on to the adoption study. Adoption study shows the influence of gene and environment. Adoption studies compare with one, the traits of the biological parents, then two, the adoptive parents, which is the environmental factor that influences the child. Another theory under this study is the nature-nurture interaction theory. This theory suggests that both inherited genes and environmental experiences helps the behavior of the child. Moving forward, we'll go over to the twin study. The twin study cases involve the identical twins, which also known as the monozygotic twins, which are known to share almost 100% of their gene, and also the fraternal twins, also known as the dizygotic twins, which share almost 50% of their genes. Because of the stronger gene connection of the identical twins, it has been shown that. Next, we have the twin studies. Twin studies compares first the identical twins, also known as the monozygotic twins, which share almost 100% of their genes. Then we have the fraternal twins, also known as the dizygotic twins, which share almost 50% of their genes. In this, it is shown that the identical twins has greater similarity in their genes than the fraternal twins. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Enyadike Blessing, and I'll be speaking on heritability, estimating genetic influence. Heritability is a statistical measure that shows that differences in traits in a population are due to genetic differences. Estimating genetic influence means determining how much genes contribute to differences in traits among individuals in a population. Scientists estimate heritability using various methods. One of the most popular methods used by scientists is the twin studies. The twin studies, which is the most popular method, focuses mainly on the monozygotic twins and the dizygotic twins, which are the identical and fraternal twins. The identical twins share 100% of their genes, which means they are very similar, unlike the fraternal twins, which share just 50% of their gene. Another study is the adoption studies. It is a study used in psychology and behavioral genetics, which best explains how genetics, which is nature, and environment, which is nurture, influences the behavior of an individual.
So one of the influences on behavior like environmental influences from a psychobiological perspective is stress and environmental pressure. Psychobiology explains that environmental stress activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, that's the HPA, creating or releasing cortisol. Now, part of these stress hormones, things that can make things better, like oxytocin, dopamine, is the alternate of it that can make someone feel good through social bonding and all that.
It seeks to understand how both environment and genes contribute to the individual based on family traits, human traits, and genes. Thank you. In conclusion, behavioral genetics provides insight to complex interplay between genes and environment in shaping behaviors, recognizing that both factors contribute to individual differences, whereby the environment and everybody surrounding it, both the parents of this individual contribute to the genes and the behavior of the individual. Thank you.